Any queries from your end? So, right, let us have a quick question. Let us discuss about a few quick questions. What is the difference between what is an array? What is an array? What is an array? What is an array, boss? Okay. Let us start from somebody. Yeah, boss, you're always sitting idle. What is an array? Collection of? What do you mean by similar data types? Only J and you answer. What is that? Collection. What do you mean by collection of similar data types? Now, list is also a collection of similar data types. Set is also a collection of similar data types. Map is also a collection of similar data types. Then what is an array? Let him answer, boss. You know. You answer, boss. Huh? Pardon me? You know it or not? What is an array? Then next. That's all. Yeah. What is the array, boss? Java guy. You are Java, right? What is an array? Okay. Next. We spent 3 classes for this. You wait in 1 second. Right. What is the extension of it? How do you access the data members? How do you access the members of an array? Right. It is referred to using index. So it is a collection of similar elements where memory is allocated sequentially and accessed through index value. Now, what is the drawback of an array? Next. Okay. Size of an array. What is the size of an array? What do you mean by? Let him answer, boss. What is the drawback of an array, boss? Size. Hold for excitement. Right. Yeah. What is the drawback? Cannot increase and decrease. Tell me one scenario where array will not fit. Tell me one example where you feel that array is not suitable concept. Now you have seen about SQL queries yesterday. When you read a SQL query, how many records will come? You are not sure. Then I cannot take an array. Right? Yes. Let us go to the next one. List, boss. What is a list? List. List. I'm asking only. Right. What is a list? Collection of similar data types. Good. Next. Size can be increased and it's not fixed. It can grow or decrease as per your requirement. It can grow or decrease as per requirement. Okay. Now, what is the difference between array and list? Next guy. Difference between array and list. Difference between array and list. Okay. Both are same. Only the point is size variation. And we have some predefined methods for the array list to work on. Okay. Right. Next, last. This guy was hiding his face. Right. Last. What is a set? Last, empty set. What is a set? What is a set, boss? Collection of test people. Quite, boss? Yeah. You're not audible. Collection of similar data types. Next extension. What is collection of similar data types? What is next? Will it accept duplicates? No. Will it maintain insertion order? It will not. Okay. It will not maintain insertion order. Right. Now, when do you go for map? When do you go for map? Next, the group set. Yeah. When do you go for map? When you go for map, what is the map concept? So you are summarizing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. What is a map? Pardon me? Yeah. What is a map? Right. Next, boss. What is a map, boss? What is a map? Map. Next, boss. Map is a key value pair. Right. If you hesitate to speak, how will you get a job, boss? Right. Right. Key value pair. Key should be unique. Value can be duplicate. Key should be unique. Value should be duplicate. Okay. Then what is the best use case? What is the best condition? Where we go for map? When you already have a list and set, why are you using a map? Retrieving the data will be easier. Retrieving the data will be easier in the map. Okay. Then, right, boss. What is a SQL query? What is this SOQL stands for? Salesforce Object Query Language. How many records it can give you? 50,000 records. SQL will give you a result in the form of list, or we can also get in the form of map. But generally, we take in the form of list. Now, what is an offset, boss? Offset. From where? It specifies the position from where the result, after getting the result, from which position you want to retrieve the data. After getting the result, from which position you want the data. After getting the result, from which position you want the data. What is the maximum value of offset? What is the maximum? 2000. It's not 200, it's 2000. 2000. Now, what is the limit? What is the limit? Limit will specify how many records. Okay, how many records you want to fetch from the, okay, not database, from the result. Query will run, all the records will come. Out of the result, how many records you want? Now, generally, they will be given as per the order of created date. They will give you as per the order of created date. If you want to get the data in a particular order, I want to get last modified data. I want to say last viewed data, last created data. Then we need to apply some extra condition. What are those conditions? Order by last modified date, order by last viewed date, order by last accessed date, this type of things. Okay. Right. Fine. Then when you're going, what is a wrapper class? What is a wrapper class? What is a wrapper class? When do you go for a wrapper class? When do you go for a wrapper class? What is a wrapper class and when do you go for it? What is a wrapper class and when do you go for it? Wrapper class is a collection of, wrapper class is a user-defined data type. When do you take the wrapper class? When you have a particular format of data which is frequently used. When you have a particular format of data which is frequently used. When you have a particular format of data which is frequently used, then we go for map. Then we go for wrapper class. Now, why specifically? Whatever the existing data types are there, they are not suitable to my requirement. Whatever the existing data types are there, they are not suitable to my requirement. When they are not suitable according to my requirement, I was supposed to create the data of my own choice, data type of my own choice, for which we are creating wrapper. Now, is a wrapper class is a primitive data? Is a wrapper class is a primitive or non-primitive? Is a primitive or non-primitive? It is a non-primitive. Why you say non-primitive? Apart from whatever the primitive data types are there, rest all the things are going to be non-primitive data members. They are going to be non-primitive data members. There's a mismatch in order. Video number 8 is missing. Instead of 8, I have given the 9 directly. So there was a in the order there will be a mismatch. Okay. Fine. So look at the questionnaire what we have done. So you are supposed to know answers for this question by the time you complete Wrapper classes. Now, what is an array? What are the drawbacks of an array? What are collections? What is a list? What is a set? What is a map? If you have to store a group of elements and retrieve the data based on the requirement, what will you prefer? Which concept? What is the difference between clone and deep clone? What is the difference between null and empty? What is the difference between retrieval and more? I'll give that point actually. Okay. These questions you have to know it. These topic-wise questions are posted already in the Facebook community. Okay, go to that. As the topic is completed, go through the topic and look at the question banks. Right. Let us go to the next one. We are trying to understand where class. We are trying to understand the where class. What is a where class? SQL query I wrote. The SQL query we are supposed to understand the where class. What is the where class and how we are going to use it. Now, so look at the format. How you write the where class? When you want to write the where class, the syntax are going to be like this. Look at the point where field name operator. We are supposed to write the syntax in this format. Where field name operator value. What are the operators we are going to have? I told where operator, but what are the operators we have? What are the operators we have? Let us look at the list of operators what we have. What are the different type of operators we have? So regular operators, less than, equal to, not equal to, not equal to, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, like, in, not in, includes, excludes. So these are the operators what we are going to use. So these are regular, equal to, not equal to, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. Then extra things are like, in, not in, okay, in, not in, and includes, excludes. These are the operators what we have. So let us look at these examples. We are going to give where name equal to Wipro, where rating not equal to hot, where industry equal to banking, where amount greater than 3,000, where amount less than or equal to 50,000. This is how we are applying the condition. So where field name operator value, where field name operator value. In case if you are using any variable where amount less than equal to, if you are trying to use a variable, then what is that? Operator colon variable, where name equal to ACC, where rating not equal to colon variable. If you want to use your own variable, colon followed by variable, colon followed by variable. I hope you are good with this. So let us take a quick question here. Start building these examples. Only query, don't write program, only write the query. Write a query. All those accounts whose industry is. Write a query to fetch all those accounts whose Rating is hot. Write a query to fetch all those accounts whose rating is not hot. Write a query to fetch all those opportunities whose amount is whose amount is whose lead source is web. Everyone write it. Don't pass the time, boss. If you're not interested, we'll go to the next topic. Make an attempt. Write the next one. The second query, select ID, name, phone, ID, name, phone, where rating equal to hot. where rating not equal to opportunity where amount is greater than 50,000, where amount is greater than 50,000. Select ID, name and phone. This will not be here. I was supposed to take stage amount. Where amount. Last time. Right. So this is a single where condition. I am writing here single where condition. I am writing here single where condition. Now we want to take multiple conditions. How do you write a multiple condition? Now we are taking a single condition. How do you take multiple conditions? If you want to take a multiple conditions, how do you take it? Then I have, look at the condition syntax, where field name, operator, value, and or again. So we want to take multiple condition where field 1 operator value and field name operator value, or when you take two condition, first condition and second condition, or first condition or second condition. So we have to take and or. So I'm giving here examples where name equal to Ravi and phone equal to, where city equal to Hyderabad or place equal to. This is how we are giving the conditions. So write the examples. Write a SQL query to fetch all those accounts whose industry is banking and rating is hot. Write a SQL query SQL Write these 4 examples. Industry equal to banking and rating equal to hot. Industry equal to banking and rating equal to hot. Industry equal to banking and rating equal to hot. So let us go with the next one. Industry equal to energy, ownership equal to private. You have to know what all the fields are there in the object amount. What fields are there, what type of fields are there, is it a pick list, is it a date? You have to understand those. After list, select. This is good. Today, SQL query to fetch all those opportunities. This is how I get it. Right. This is how we got it. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Okay. Next, let us put this in the form of use case and write. So what is my use case? Look at the point. Now the same use case I am going to implement in different styles. The basic purpose of where clause is clear for everyone, right? Okay. Now my requirement is I am going to enter first one. I will take it. The name, when I click on this, the records which are matching with that name and industry, I want to fetch it and I want to display it. Now I give a condition, name, industry. In the UI, whatever the name you are entering, whatever the industry you are entering, I want to fetch those name and industry. Then write a SQL query, get all those accounts whose name is matching with this given name and matching with the given industry. Now let us form a quick condition here. This is the requirement. If you want to design this page, what I require? Variable to store the name, variable to store the industry, one method to call search operation. Then I require list of records. Because with that name and industry, how can you guarantee that there is only one record? I am not sure. There may be one record, more than one record. So whatever the records I am fetching, I want to display it. So if you want to achieve this requirement, I require one variable to store the name. I require one variable to store the industry. I require one method to call the search operation. And I require list of accounts. Because when you write a query, whatever the data we are going to get, that I want to display. How many records we are going to get, I am not sure. That is the reason I am taking list. I hope you got my requirement. Okay. Now, let me give you. The same requirement I will implement multiple number of times. by recovering one by one drawback. Okay. Look at this. So I have public string give name public stuff. Public void search. Accounts equal to select ID, name, industry from account, where name equal to ACC and industry equal to anyone has any query on this format? Name equal to the name what I entered, industry equal to the industry what I entered. I hope I'm good with this. Right, boss? Okay. Is that was clear? Now, let's go to the next point. Create a VF page. I hope everybody has followed this class. A simple SQL query with a where condition. Only the thing is, previously we gave fixed values. Now I am taking the values from VF page. Previously I gave fixed values. Now I am taking the data from VF page.
Satish, it should be list of accounts, right?
That's what I've taken, right? You already taken a variable.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Page block. Then I have Apex page block buttons. Question bottom. I'm creating one button here, Apex command button, value equal to render. Right, I give a page block. Then I'm taking Apex page block section. Output label. Now, first, let me show you the your part. What we have designed, let me show it. Account name, industry. I'm going to click on search. Now, when you search the data, what we are going to get? Give me one quick second. This will be set without password again. Right. Okay. Then go to the page. I'm creating a page block here. Apex. We will use data table. Always we are using a page block table. Now, how do you display the data table? Apex data table. Value equal to var equal to we have rules. Now given apex column value equal to a dot name. A dot industry. Now I don't want to display this. Rendered data accounts dot size greater than accounts dot size greater than 0, or you can say accounts not equal to 0 is not of when there are records in these accounts. Display this only when there is a data in the record. What was that bug here? A dot industry. Okay. The mismatch tag here. Now go back to this. Now let me take one account record. So we are searching. This is straight away program I wrote, but there is a drawback with this. First, let us see the output till here. Then we'll come back to the drawback. Wipro. This is how we are getting it. But the issue is, but in my case, what is my issue? What is the guarantee that I will enter account name? What is the guarantee that I will enter the industry? Now you have taken an optimal condition that I will be entering the account name, that I will be entering the industry. I will not enter. I will only enter industry. Then what it will do? It will take where account name equal to blank, industry equal to banking. There will be no data. If I don't enter this, then what it will do? Where account name equal to any point and industry equal to blank. Now this is not the condition. If I don't enter the industry in the where condition, I should not use where industry equal to. If I don't enter the name in the in the SQL query, I should not write where name equal to. So I have to form the query based on the data what you are entering. Now let us see this. There is no data. It is not searching where name equal to Gini point. It is searching where name equal to Gini point, industry equal to blank. This is not my condition. When I only give account name, you have to search based on only account name only. When I give industry, you have to search only based on industry. If I don't give anything, then get all the records on display. So my query should be formed based on the data what you are entering. It is not a fixed query. I don't want a fixed query. I want my query to be formed as per the data what you entered. If you enter name and industry, where name equal to so-and-so, industry equal to so-and-so. If you enter only name, where name equal to. If I enter only industry, where industry equal to. If you don't enter anything, no where condition. So my query has to be formed based on the data. Then it is not a static query. When do I go for static query? When the query is fixed, I will go for static query. When the query should be formed, depends upon the data what I enter. When different queries should be formed, depends upon the data what I enter, then I have to go for dynamic SQL query. Then I have to go for what? Dynamic SQL query. Now, listen carefully, boss. Everyone, listen carefully. If I give slash single quote, it will print single quote. If I give slash double quotes, it will print double quotes. If I give slash star, if I give slash question mark, it will print. If then I have to give slash single. Look at this example, everyone. Now, whatever the examples we wrote, from the dynamic SQL queries, any type of SQL queries you can write. System.debug. Now, what is this? Slash single quote is the single start with single quote, end with the single quote. When I print this, are you going to get the output as single quotes? Will it give output like this? All right. Single quote means what? String. Now I want to print output as single quote. Then what I will do? Slash execute. What is the output we got here? We get the output as single quote. Right? Right, boss? Okay. Now understand the point carefully. Next one I'm giving system.debug slash single quote. Now tell me what is the output we are going to get? Slash single quote means single quote. Right. Then I'm giving here system.debug slash single quote slash single quote. Then what we are going to get? Tell me. Single quote Ravi followed by slash single quote. Is that was clear? Execute. So here single quote Ravi, single quote Ravi, single quote close. Is that was clear? Okay. Now let me expand it. Now, write the code to print this output. I want the output to be like this. Write the code. Write like a string. String. What is the output we are going to get? Now, form a string and print it. I want the output to be like this. Now create these outputs for me. Create those three outputs 8, 9, 10. Create the outputs 8, 9, 10. Then how do you print it? I'll give it here. String result equal to. If you want slash single quote, am I right? When you say slash single quote, it will print slash single quote Prasad slash single quote give single quote Prasad single quote then we have next string result equal to slash Praveen slash single quote slash single quote slash single quote I hope you are good. Right, boss? People are good with this concept? Now, let me extend this. Right. Now, form a string which will give you the output. Form a string which will give me the output where name equal to this is output what I need to get. Form a string which will give me output where name equal to Ravi. String query equal to where name equal to Ravi. Before Ravi, what is there? Single quote slash single quote. Plus Ravi is the variable plus tell me what is the output of this. Look at the format. First string start where name equal to slash single quote plus this is the end of the string, right? This is string plus variable. What is the variable? Look. This is one string plus this is another string plus this is another string slash single quote. Did you follow? I'll elaborate it. I'll try to elaborate it. What is the output of this? Where name equal to. Am I right? If you write query where name equal to slash single quote. What is the output of this? Where name equal to single quote. Where name equal to single quote. Plus here name equal to slash single quote plus name. What is the value of name? What is the value of name? String query equal to where name equal to slash single quote plus this is giving what? Where name equal to now compare line by line. You understand the complete string what I formed. Check out this line number 16 to 20 how it is formed. Let me know if you have any query on this. If you follow this, then only we can go for the example. If you follow this statement, then only we can go for an example. People are good. Okay. The similar structure, I'll give one more statement, write it. Step by step, you write it. That's the query that should be formed. Now, the way I wrote the above step, in the similar way, right, line by line, the final query I have to form is where industry equal to banking. Right, in the same format, what I wrote. The way I wrote 16 to 20, in the same way you write the query. Right, write line by line separately so that you understand what is the change you are finding. Format boss. Write the format. First one, string query equal to where industry equal. Here we are going to get where industry equal. The next what I have to form. Industry equal to / single quote. Plus, you write it, don't copy, make an attempt of writing. Write the outputs, check out the structure what you wrote, check the outputs what we got. Industry equal to / single quote. Then I give ACC. Done. People are good with this. People have followed. Okay. Now, next one. Form the following query. The similar format like line by line. Write line by line and find out the structure of writing it. The way you wrote in the above statement, in the same way you write the line number 36 also. Line number 36 also. The way you wrote the above one. Wipro and industry. Their name equal to Wipro, industry equal to slash right boss. Next one, string query equal to your name equal to and industry equal to slash single quote plus ACC industry plus. Do the people follow this structure? Right? Okay. Everyone is good with this? Clear, boss? Now, the reason why we have chosen this is I have to form the same SQL query what you wrote here. Look at the point. The same SQL query I am writing here, public void call. Now, first query I am writing string query equal to select name then I'm giving if ACC name not equal to blank and ACC industry not equal to blank. If ACC name not equal to blank, ACC industry not equal to blank, that means both the values are entered. I told ACC name not equal to blank, ACC industry not equal to blank. That means value of ACC name is entered, value of industry is also entered. If both the values are entered, query equal to query plus give a space amount, because after account we need to give a space to write a condition. Space where name equal to slash single quote plus ACC name plus slash single quote and industry equal to slash single quote plus ACC industry plus. Now tell me how the query is formed. Where name equal to single quote plus ACC name, let us say Wipro, plus slash single quote now industry. Right? When is this? If the both the values of name and industry are entered. If the values of name and industry are entered, then I am writing the query where name and industry. If the values of name and industry are entered, then I am going to take where condition with where name equal to so and so, industry equal to so and so. No else. When you say else, what happened? You might not have entered a name, or you might not have entered industry, or both of them are not entered. So I told else if ACC name not equal to, what does it mean? A name is not equal to blank, maybe industry may be blank. I told here, if name is not blank, industry is not blank, do this. Else means what? Any one of them are blank or both of them are blank. Then I verified. If name is not blank, query plus this is how we got it. Right, boss? Else if ACC industry is not equal to blank, boss. If ACC name is not equal to blank, industry may be blank. Now I told no, if industry is not blank, account may be blank. Then I am giving here query equal to query. Yes. This is how I wrote. So what was that? What is the query that is going to execute? I cannot tell. Depends upon what are the values you entered. If both of them are entered, this query will execute. If only name is entered, this query will execute. Only industry is entered, this query will execute. None of them are entered. Now, is it a single query? Depends upon what you entered. Depends upon the values what you entered, the corresponding query is going to execute. Are you getting my point here? So, I don't want to create 4 different queries. There is a reason I took a string. I am forming the string based on the data what you entered. There is a reason we have seen that example of writing /single quotes. I hope you are good. Clear for everyone? So, depends upon the values what you entered, we are writing the query. So, let us go to this. Then, how do you run it? This is not a static query. If it is a static query, array brackets I will write. This is not a static query. If it is a fixed query, I will write within an array. It is not a fixed query. There is a reason I formed a string. I formed the query as a string. Then how do you execute? If it is a query string, then I have to give accounts equal to database dot query. How do you execute that dynamic string? Database dot query. What is that query? Whatever is formed. I am not sure which query is going to be formed. Whatever the query that is formed, I am forming like a string, then I am executing. Is that was clear, boss? Now go back to this. Then I told name should be modified. Then we got a list of accounts. If you want to get a proper structure also, I can modify it. I can give it as this is how we got. Because I didn't enter, we got all the records. Now if I enter name, Wipro records we got here. If I enter name and industry, if I enter only industry, is that was clear? Depends upon the data what you entered, we are getting the data. Right, boss? If you enter name, where name equal to so and so. If you enter industry, where industry equal to so and so. If you enter both of them, where name and industry. If you don't enter anything, nowhere condition. So I have to decide the query depends upon the input what you have given. So the query should be formed dynamically. Don't take a fixed query. The query has to be formed dynamically. In that case, I am going to form the query in this format. Now, look at the code. If anybody has any query, let me know. I can explain it. Look at the code, line number 9. Line number 9 to line number 22. Any query you have, go through it. Let me know if you have any query on it. Yes, Amma. Line number 13, okay. Okay. No, single quote, no. String in the Salesforce is taken as single quotes, no? The Salesforce, how do you write a string? See, this is starting of the string. This is ending of the string. String is what? Single quotes. That is the starting of the string, ending of the string. What is the data I wrote in between this? Slash single quote. This slash single quote will give single quote. But how do you know it's a string? It has to start with single quote, no? Your query is, how do you write a string? You know, Ravi. How are you writing? Starting of the string, ending of the string. But what was my intention? Single quote, Ravi, I want to print it. So where will you write? Single quote slash single quote. The first single quote indicate starting. Slash single quote will indicate printing of single quote. Okay, Nama? You get my point? Yeah. Anyone has any query? Look at this. Any form or condition now? If you don't have any query, let us do an example. Right? Right. Any query on this? Okay. Let us do this example. Let us do this example. Only form the query. Don't write entire program. Only form the query. I have phone, email. In the lead object, write the query. Write a query on lead object. Form a dynamic query. Fetch last name, first name. Write a dynamic SQL query with the help of phone and email. Write a dynamic SQL with the help of phone and email. Now, the variables are stored here. L phone and else I can give ACC phone, ACC email. These are the variables in which the data is stored. Form the query. By watching, you can't learn. First, basic query, you form the basic query. First, form the basic query. Then, if check whether phone and email are entered or not. How do you check? If ACC phone not equal to blank and ACC email not equal to, then form the query now. If both the values are entered, how do you write the query? Both the values are entered. How do you write the query? Query equal to query plus, give some space. Where phone equal to slash single quote plus I'll break it. Okay. Query equal to query plus and email equal to, for understanding purpose I am breaking the this is form. Then write the next one. Don't copy make an attempt of writing it. Make an attempt. If you fail, then you can cross check. Don't copy it. Learn how to write. After writing it, then compare with my code, correct it. If you want, you can write everything in the single line just to make it understandable. I am giving here. Else, if ACC phone not equal to, what does it mean? Only phone number is entered. This is how I wrote. Check out if anybody has any query, let me know. Is the was clear for everyone? All right. That's all from my end for the day. We'll continue tomorrow, this next Monday. All right. That's all from my end. And already use cases are uploaded to the Facebook community. Topic wise, go to them, start implementing those use cases. And implement the use cases which I posted in the Facebook community. Right? I posted some use cases in the Facebook. Implement them. Any other query from your end? Right. That's all from my end.
Sadish, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So this ACC phone and ACC industry are the strings, right? So why are you giving again single quotations in the query?
Now, yours is a string, but it will print you only phone number. It will print the output like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't want the output to be like that. You want output to be 1, 2, 3, 4. When it's a string, when you print a string, what is the output you are going to get?
Okay. But we have given the escape sequences,
Wait.
right? So that will...
First call, let's cover the first point first. Is there a string?
Yeah.
You have a single quote for the string?
Yeah.
What is the output you got?
Okay.
You get the single quote?
No.
To print that single quote, we give slash single quote. Okay? Right, boss?
Because in files.
Files. इंक्लूड क्वेरी लिखने के लिए, क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए आपने ओके आप स्टैटिक ले ले तो ऐसे लिखेगा. अभी क्वेरी फॉर्म स्ट्रिंग फॉर्म कर रहे थे ना, इसमें लिखेगा. आपका स्टैटिक क्वेरी है तो ऐसे लिखेगा. ये डायनेमिक स्ट्रिंग है ना, इसलिए डेटाबेस डॉट कोड.
Hello.
यस अम्मा.
Satish, can you share the Facebook page one more time, please?
सतीश महिला नोट्स अम्मा.
Okay, thank you.
सतीश महिला नोट्स. या
నేమ్ తీసుకుంటే వాళ్ళ అమౌంట్ తీసుకుంటే స్ట్రింగ్
అవసరం లేదు కదా అది. అప్పుడు సింగిల్ కోడ్ స్టావ్ కదా.
స్ట్రింగ్ క్వెరీ రాస్తారు ఇంటిజర్ క్వెరీ అట్లా ఉంటుంది.
క్వరీ అంటే ఏంటమ్మా, నువ్వు ఫామ్ సెలెక్ట్ ఐడియా రాస్తావు. క్వరీ ఎలా రాస్తావు చెప్పు నాకు. సెలెక్ట్ ఇప్పుడు దాంట్లో ఇంటీజర్ ఉంటుంది. సెలెక్ట్ అనేది ఇంటీజర్. ఇంటీజర్ ఇప్పుడు నేను సెలెక్ట్ 1 2 3 రాస్తాను అనుకో, అది సింగిల్ ఇంటీజరా? అవునా? ఇంటీజర్ కింద రాదు కాబట్టి క్వరీ ఎప్పుడైనా అంతే కదా. ఇప్పుడు క్వరీ ఎలా రాస్తాం? ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ ఏముంటుంది అన్ని సెలెక్ట్ ఐడి. క్వరీ ఎలా రాస్తాం ఫస్ట్ చెప్పు. అప్పుడు అది స్ట్రింగా ఇంటీజరా? ఎప్పుడు స్ట్రింగ్ ఉంటుందా అప్పుడప్పుడు ఇంటీజర్ అవుతా? ఎప్పుడు స్ట్రింగ్ అవుతా అంటే క్వరీ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? ఓకేనా? కరుణ